Well, we are back out here this morning. Our plan for this week got us a cold start. Well, that's good. Seemed a little hesitant there. A little chilly this morning. We got the front done up there last week. We only work most time like 3 days a week up here. 3 or 4 days a week, so other projects we got going on as well. But yeah, we should be here for 4 days this week. Going to get the rest of this cut out here today. Unfortunately, we do have to leave a swale in the dirt work right here for the water to run out for the transformer. I'm hoping that they can come. Well, they're going to have to raise this up because it's currently going to be in a hole with the way everything's going to be. But I got a little more topsoil I need to cut out over there. We'll go ahead and haul a few more loads of dirt this morning, get that put in there, and I can cut some more of that dirt out, and then we'll get all that filled in, graded, put some more stuff on that slope, blade that off, and get this side of the house ready for stone. We will relay out the big circle driveway here. We've been stockpiling stone, and we can go get some more for the big circle that goes right here. So we'll have to, let's see, that was the outer edge. So like right in here, it's still pretty soft, so we'll have to kind of skim this down. It's over top of the power line, so it's gonna be a little aggravating, but I think we can cut a foot or so off of it and just put the stone a little heavier right there and make it work. Well, I'm starting to get back into that very hard rocky stuff, so kind of break it up a little bit while he's going to dump. That way I've got a pile to dig out of. It's a little bit softer and faster to load. Let's load a little bit of dirt out this morning. Already taken 2 loads of topsoil up front and dumped beside the house. Now we'll load out some clay for the driveway. Don't know, 5 or 6 loads. Probably gonna spread it. Have to undercut some more out. May take the excavator over there and undercut that out while he spreads it, or figure out something. Probably full enough. Got all that cut out. Just getting that spread in there. We'll roll that in. Continue that on around right here. Oh, we might have a few roots to pick out. I didn't quite realize that stuff was that rooty. But we'll use that to backfill up here. At least it might actually grow something. Robert's packing that in with the compactor. We'll dress it all up at the end. I'll move that drop cord, put a little dirt right there, but right now we're going to leave a swale through there so that anything that runs in there will run out. Getting it done. Alright, so I'm going to strip this topsoil back right here where the parking area for the garage goes. Robert's on the 850 knocking that dirt down, and he will kind of continue blading this up here to me because this stuff's so sticky. I ain't saying sticky, well it is a little bit. The way the clay cuts, it leaves teeth marks, so you end up like 12 inches of topsoil left, so it's nice for him to just kind of blade over it, push it up there to me. Terribly much farther. It's kind of hard, always hard to see the grade sitting up here in the machine, but what we can do is say no, we need the 64 inch back. What we can do is do our grade checker right here and see how much fall we have from the garage. Put our bucket teeth down, we'll zero out to 0. Come over here and we are a little over a foot lower than that, so we're going to put about a foot here. We're going to have about 2.5 feet here, so I'm going to keep skimming a little bit more out then. Of course, we probably want a good 12 inches of taper from there to here, so probably only a foot. So that right there is not too terribly far off. Alright, make another pass and then we'll be ready to roll that in and get some more dirt. Alright, we are loading dirt again. Things are not going great right now because I stepped out of the excavator to grab my camera out of the dozer, and as he was driving away I hear air hissing every time the truck goes around, and that's only one sign that the tire's leaking. That left front tire on the off-road truck had a bad cut in it. When I got it, I was worried about it, but everybody said, oh, it'll be fine. Those tires are like 3 inches thick. Well, evidently it's deeper than everybody thought. So it is finally split and the tire is leaking air. So we're gonna keep hauling dirt. Might have to add some air to it. And I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that fixed or buy a new tire, which I really don't want to buy a new tire because that one's got great tread. But he's saying it takes several weeks for them to send the tire off to get, I guess it's vulcanized, where they melt it back together or something. And we really need this truck, so I can't have it down for like 2 or 3 weeks. And Barney's got to go to another job. I really don't want to take Barney way out of town because it's got a few issues with it itself. Nothing like major, it's got a couple leaks on it. But man, I bet those tires are $6,000 or $7,000 a piece. Happy Monday, everybody! Happy Monday. So loading the last of this topsoil-y, rooty, ash-filled stuff into the truck. I need like 1 or 2 more loads after this to finish filling that slope in. And hopefully the tire guy will be here after lunch. Get that fixed. We'll work on fine grading that pad, get it all rolled in. Maybe get everything slicked up so we can paint out where that big circle goes. Just get everything ready for start putting stone down. Well, to my surprise, ow, I actually just poked myself with a steel belt. That felt phenomenal. You can't really hear it, but if you push on it, the air comes out of it. When it rolls around, it really comes out of it. But I've ordered a new tire. Should be here this afternoon or tomorrow. $5,000 later. I'm gonna actually send this one off. He said it'll take 2 or 3 weeks, but they'll send it, they'll cut that out or repair, melt that back together somehow. I just hate to get rid of a tire that's got 1.5 inches of tread on it. It's a good tire, just somebody ran in or something, or pushed it with a dozer or something and sliced the sidewall. All right, well, Robert is working on spreading that second lift out. We'll get that rolled in. And it looks like he dumped some dirt on the edge right here. Probably go get a couple more, put that right in there. Shaping up. I just hate it, we gotta leave a swell right here, but hey, it is what it is right now. All right, all that is rolled in now. Probably gonna bring the motor grader tomorrow. I can blade over all that, get that exactly where it needs to be. And got that kind of roughed in with the dozer. I'll run over that with the skid steer, clean that up a little better. Might actually bring the tooth bucket tomorrow. Be a little easier to rake some of those sticks out with that. Robert is laying out the circle. That way we can go ahead and grade that out, start putting that stone around that radius. I can dig that out tomorrow and he can bring new stone and we'll start putting that in over here. What is the radius?
45 feet.
45 feet, so it's 90-foot circle. How wide is it though here?
25.
25 feet, okay. It's a big circle. You want the paint stick? He said no. Start painting. This will be the third time we've got to move the camera. Don't paint your boots. Well, that just was big enough. Wow. That'll be cool. You can either come in here, drive that way, or drive around and go that way. Big circle. Very, very big circle. Tire guy's here. Get that taken care of. It's only been 8 years since I've seen you, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yep. Can't complain about that.
Can't complain at all about that. That should definitely take care of it right there. And you got a compressor that puts enough air in there to pump it on up. You're pretty much putting air in there faster than it can leak out, right?
What?
You're pretty much putting air in there faster than it can leak out around that gap, right?
Yeah.
Safety.
Yeah, just in case it was to blow off.
The ring won't come flying off. We would still probably crap our pants.
Oh yeah.
The way my wig's going, I'm gonna stand this way. See if we can find the hole in it. Not much, but I think I see it about
Yeah, right there.
little pinhole.
Yep.
It won't far from coming through. About another day.
Yeah.
By the time I took this thing 100 miles from home
Yeah.
and made 2 loads, it would just blow right out.
For sure.
For sure. It must just be a very little pinhole in there. It doesn't look near as bad as I thought, but as soon as we took it to that next job, it would have blew out. And I didn't feel like putting air in it every day. That attachment would have been nice the other day. All right, there we have it. One brand new tire. I don't know, he was here a little over an hour. Got that swapped out. He's checking over all my other tires and he is out of here. Huge shout out to Colony Tire for getting out here that quick. Definitely got me back going for tomorrow.